Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to the third episode of the Sandveld South Africa map conversion from FS19 to FS22. So a warm welcome to you if this is your first time on my channel. Great to have you. Do consider to subscribe, I do really appreciate that. And in this series we're going to do the Sandveld map. So if this is your first episode that you're joining, do watch the other two just to get up to speed of where we are. In this episode, we're going to continue with the basic terrain. So we've finished now with the, I can actually just close this screen. It was just the start screen I wanted up. Let's go into the map. This is what the map looks like. We've done the ground textures. So all the ground textures are in. So believe it or not, Sandveld South Africa doesn't have a whole range of ground textures, as it's a very dry side of South Africa on the western coast of South Africa. So that's basically the area, you know, as this is a map that it sort of simulates the area there. And it's actual working farm in the west coast of South Africa called Sandveld. It's a potato farm, so they farm potatoes in this area. So yes, guys, let's get stuck in with our process today. We're going to do the foliages. Let's try and do the foliages in this episode and see how far we get. Now, the first thing we want to do, obviously, is get out of the map so we don't save. I want to go into what I've got here on this side, on the right side. This is my 4x start map, which is the donor map, or the map that we actually use to convert it into. So that's my start map. So I'll bring everything into this. Great. Then the other thing I want to do is show you on this side. We've got the actual Sandveld map in FS19, and we've done all of the weight files and ground textures and all of that in the previous two episodes. So that is all done now. Now we're going to move over to the foliages. Now in the foliages, the fruit density file is important, and as I showed you, I think it was in the very first episode, if I recall, we looked at the foliages of the two, and I reduced the amount of foliages because in this South Africa map, the Sandveld original had more foliages than this map, so I had to remove a few, and we will re-add them later on when the map is complete. I'll add my one multi-fruit pack to this, you know, so then it will have like 10 or 8 extra fruits, which will be nice, you know, for the map. Good. All right, so first things first, we want to jump into the map I3Ds, both of them. I've got them open here. On this side we've got the start map, which is our new map, and on this one we've got the Sandveld FS19 map. So let us go into the foliage multi-layer just to have a look at the actual fruit, because we're going to convert this density files now. So on this side, foliage multi-layer, there it is. So as you can see, the first thing we need to do is we have to look at the order of these fruits, because the order of these fruits are incredibly important. If this order is different than this order, you're going to have stuff growing. For instance, now wheat is the first channel in the original map. So wheat on the original map is going to be replaced with deco foliage if we leave it as is. So we need to do this map to have the same foliage layout for the channels as the original map. All right, so it's wheat, grass, canola, poplar. So we need to change this the same on this side. So it is a wheat. Where is my wheat? There's wheat, grass, canola, poplar. So wheat and grass needs to chop around. So we're going to take that, cut it out, and put wheat above grass, like so. Control V, just like that. So it wheat, grass, canola, poplar. Poplar. Where is poplar? Poplar should be here somewhere. There it is, poplar. Okay. Cut it out, X, and drop it underneath canola. So it's basically what we're doing is just balancing the map. So it's wheat, grass, canola, poplar. Then it's barley, maize, deco, and potato. Barley, maize. Okay, so barley and maize is correct. Then it is deco. So we take that one, cut it out, and put it under it's barley maize deco foliage. So no, not there. Maize, so there, which goes in here. Paste. So it's barley maize deco, and then it was a barley maize deco potato. So that's correct. Barley maize deco potato. All right, and then after potato we have sugar beet, sunflower, soybean. All right, potato, sugar beet, sunflower, soybean. So our order there is still correct. Very nice. Sugar beet, sunflower, soybean. Then it's oil seed radish, bush 01 and oat. Bush 01 becomes deco bush, so it's oil seed radish. So bush 01 just needs to go in there, home. So in FS22 there's no bush 01, but it becomes deco bush. So you cut that out there and drop it into there, I think, if I'm correct, like so. Oh, what's happened here now? I've made a mistake somewhere. All right. So it's soybean, oilseed radish, deco, oat. Let's just make sure if that is right. Oilseed, deco, and oat. All right. Sugarcane, cotton, millet, oat, and then sugarcane, cotton, sorghum. So we need to put millet in here. Where is my millet? There's my millet. Control X. Sugarcane, cotton, millet, is it? Control V. Sugarcane, cotton, millet. Then it's rye, carrot, onion, poppy. Millet, and then it's rye, carrot, rye and carrot. Control X. Control V. Rye, carrot. Then it's onion. X, onion, and then poppy. Is it correct? Luckily, I was saying that this I need to put multi-fruit on, but this map already has multi-fruit on the start map, so that is quite a bonus. I forgot that it's already got multi-fruit on it. Then it's hops and clover. Hops and clover. So hops, Control X, Control V, and clover. X and Control V. Sorry for that, guys. Hops and clover. So the last one is clover. So it's wheat, grass, canola, poplar, barley, maize. So it is wheat, grass, canola, poplar, barley, maize. Then it's deco, potato, sugar beet, sunflower. Deco, potato, sugar beet, sunflower. Then it's soybean, oilseed radish, bush, and oat. Okay. Sunflower. Soybean, oilseed radish, deco, and oat. Alright, so that's correct. Then it's sugarcane, cotton, millet, rye. So from oat, it's sugarcane, cotton, millet, rye. Then it's carrot, onion, poppy, hops, clover. So here's rye. It's carrot, onion, poppy, hops, clover. Okay, so that's the end of the original map's fruit. It's clover. Now what we need to do is take everything above wheat, because it starts with wheat. So this 2, Control and X, it's ground foliage and meadow. We don't have any of those in the original map, so we can put this right at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Good, great, like that. All right, and so it's meadow. So all these ones that is not in the original map, it doesn't matter what order they are at the bottom, because they are not in the original map, you know. So it will just be added in the new when we pull it in. All right, so what we're going to do now is, mind you, let's first give it a try as is. We might have too many fruits here, but let's just have a look at where we go from here. So let me just get this. So it's wheat, grass. Right, so what we can do now obviously is just make this thing look a bit nicer, like so. Same here. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to leave it as is, because what we want to do now is, now that the order is right, we can now save this map E03. But remember, the order here doesn't matter at the moment, because we're going to pull in the new GDM or the old GDM from the old map. Alright, so this is the Sandveld actual map. So fruit density is the first one. Fruit density we want to do. How am I going to do that? I want to just bring this down a little bit so I can minimize that, and then minimize that, open my map stuff, get in the terrain texture tool now, GRE converter, there it is. If you don't have the GRE converter, obviously you're going to need to just grab it from the Giants Developer Network website. Great. Now the old map is in here. Let's start map. It's not the old one. The old one is here. Why am I struggling to get the old map? Here it is, man. Sorry for that. Okay, so fruit density, we convert that one. That's the first one. As well as saving the fruit. There it is. Okay, nice to go. Nice to do. Then the next one is density height file. Where is it? Terrain detail height density. That file. So we convert that one like so. Those two are hand in hand. The one is your field, so the other one is your foliage. So there you go. So there you go. So the detail height as well as the fruit density. That one. So those two we cut, Control X, and we're going to bring them now into our new map, which is in the data folder. Paste it in here, Control V, there it is, and we're going to rename them now. So first find the it's called the density map fruit, I think, in the FS22 version. Just want to see where my thingamabob is. Density map fruit. So we copy that, Control C, and what I'm going to do now is just for that like that, just put a 1 here next to it. So that is my way of backing it up, for just to make sure we don't miss it, you know, or if we mess something up, we have original here of the map. Density map fruit. So this fruit density, we overwrite that, so it becomes density map fruit. And then we want to do the density map ground. There it is. Density map height. Sorry. Density, there's three. That's the density map ground and the density map height. It's the three that we need. We actually need another one. Where is it? It's a cultivated density. It's called cultivated density in the old FS19. That is your density map ground. Cultivated density. There it is. So that one, we've missed that one. I just want to quickly convert that. Almost forgot. You need the cultivated density. The cultivated density is your fields, actually. The density map height is the height files of your map. So for the fruit. So those three are working hand in hand. Density map. Where is that gone to now? That's the start map. So this is the one I want. And cultivated density will be here now. So there it is. Cut it out here. Alright, so we can move that in there. And then paste it in here into our new map. Alright, so we were busy with the cultivated density. Cultivated density is density map ground. That one there. So we copy that. Control C. Put a 1 in front of that. Or at the end of the name. And then cultivated density. Overwrite the name there. Alright, so we just upgrade the naming system as well for the density files into the FS22 format. You can call it format. And now I want to just have a look. Terrain detail height density. Alright, so this file needs to change into the density map height. There it is. So we copy that. Density map height. Drop it in there. Make a 1. Alright. And then overwrite this one here. Control V. Okay, so there you are. So we've got that 3 density files now in PNG format. So now we're going to create the new GDMs for it. So we're going to go back up into our i3D, right to the top, and we're going to go into search for density. Just search for density. Alright, so these are map fruits, ground and height. You see, so they all 3 are there. So we change the extension to PNG because we're forcing it now to use the PNGs that we've put in there, because the GDMs we've renamed, their names are now different, so they won't recognize it. So we want the map to use the PNGs when we open it up. Alright, so let us do that. This is our FS22 one. We go back, open the i3D, and let's hold thumbs and hope all is well. Hope all is well. That's all we can do. Oops. Okay, so we have a problem. What did I do? What did I mess up? Density map, height, ground and fruits. I didn't make a mistake here somewhere, did I? Fruits, ground and height. Fruits, ground and height. What did I do, guys? I did something wrong. I'm not too sure what it is, but something is definitely wrong. So let us just have a look. Density map fruit, density map ground, density map height. Map fruits, ground and height. I don't see a problem with the naming, so I think what has happened, we've got an error somewhere. So let us have a look now. It's a good thing this is happening, because now I can show you how to check for the error. So when you open your i3D and you have a problem like this, it opens like that, and then bloop, it just opens and crashes. So now you're thinking, oh my word, what could be the problem? How is this possible? So very simple, guys. I'm going to open a new screen. You go into your PC, C drive, users, you go into your profile, whichever user you are logged into Windows as. You're going to app data. If you don't see the app data, just go into your view, Windows 11 show hidden items. In Windows 10 it is view, and then there's a little tick that you have to do for hidden items or something of the kind there. Just check, and then app data will be available, local, and then you go into Giant's editor, the version that crashed, and you look at the editor log here to see what the problem is. And then right at the bottom it should say to you, can't load the resource, density map ground. Okay, failed to load terrain detail layer, terrain detail. So it says that my density map ground is not working. Alright, so let's have a you know what, guys, I'm so stupid, sorry. I never saved. Can you see how easy you can mess up? I never saved. You have to save, obviously, when you've changed these names. Don't forget to save, guys, because that is the problem. But it's probably a good thing as well, because now I've showed you how to see what the problem is. So we all works for the good, you know, all works for the good. Alright, so back into our real map, open up. And hopefully now it will open. Right, let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look. Something's happening. Something's happening. And now the very first thing you want to do is, like always, verify your console for errors. Don't do anything else. Don't modify. Don't do anything, because we need to just recreate the GDMs. And this is all part of the process. To have a look, and I can immediately see that the felt and the flowers and the foliage is not correct, and we've got stuff growing where it shouldn't be growing. Now this, it is totally possible that this is all correct, but I'm just running the wrong foliage on the XML, so I'll show you how to do that now. So it's going to be very tricky now. I'm not going to save. Let's first just change the foliage. So I'm not going to save, because there's a problem with the foliage. So what you do is come back here and then have a look at, if you search for foliage, you'll see that is not the foliage I'm looking for. That's also not the foliage I'm looking for, so I'm just going next. Fruit growth foliage shader. It's not the shader that I'm looking for. Did I now miss something? Just want to have a look where it is. It's called deco foliage. Deco foliage. Let's search for that. There it is. Okay, so it's making use of deco foliage US.xml. Now that's the one that gives you the cut error, I think, if I'm correct. So let us just change to one of the other foliages. Now, in order to do that, I want to show you how to do that. I'm going to leave this open because we want to obviously come back to that. So this is my start map. Let's go into Farming Simulator 22, data, foliage, and then deco foliage. Now in here, you'll find the XMLs. So we are using deco foliage US. So I already see there's a standard deco foliage there. So I'm going to just use the standard deco foliage and see what difference does that make. Remember to save and now reopen the map. So it's in here, and then open it up and let's have a look if the foliage is coming right. So these things has also got channels in it, in the XML, different channels with different foliages. So it is totally possible that my foliage is wrong, but I just want to verify that it's the correct layer. So if it's not showing correctly, then we don't save the map until it's correct. Okay, now it's all pink flowers, which doesn't look right to me. I can't remember that I've had so many pink flowers on the map, but it does look much better. The bushes and the flowers. Just want to have a look. Here's the farm. So at the farm we've got a lot of these pink flowers. But it doesn't look right to me. It must be something else. This flowers. Is it only flowers in here? Yeah, it's only flowers. So I'm wondering if that flowers should be something else. And here you can see there's a few different things in here, which is good, and some bush, which I like. The bushes look alright. I'm happy with the bush. But I'm not happy with deco flowers. So deco bush is working, but not deco flowers. So let us change it to a different one and let's have a look. It's here in deco foliage. Deco foliage DLC. So there is US, FR, and DLC I believe is the Alpine map. So let us go DLC here in this E03 deco foliage. DLC, and just see what that brings up, you know, when we're looking at that. I hope this is going to be alright. Otherwise that second one now actually looked the best. I can easily just do the whole map's flowers. If it's only that pink flowers that I need to change, you know, then it's fine. And whether it was grass, I can't remember if it was grass or whatever is on the whole surface of the map. But yeah, it is still not looking good. Not looking good. So it's still the same thing here. Does it give us any errors? Let's just have a look in the console. Oh, that's great. I don't see any. There's a warning. That's only the normal warnings, and that's fine. So it tells me the map is all right to save. I can save the map if I want to, but I don't want to save it yet. I want to just figure out my foliage. What is the difference in my foliages here? It's a normal problem with FS19 foliage because the foliage layers have changed. You get foliages now and you get ground foliage, which is like sticks and little mushrooms and all kinds of things in FS22, which wasn't the case in FS19, you know. So there's different channels now for these different foliages. All right, so let us try then foliage FR. Let's have a look at foliage FR for the French and just see what that looks like. And then I want to open the original map so I can just have a look what the foliage should look like. I can't remember what it was. I definitely didn't have that many pink flowers. There was pink flowers, a lot of them, but not that many. Definitely the pink flowers has taken the spot of maybe grass or something else, you know. That's what's happened. Oh, you see, watch this. Again, no errors, but now we have some weird type of a grassy thing. I kind of like this. This actually looks very good. This actually looks good. We've got some red flowers. Remember, we have no trees or any of that. We're just working the foliage at this moment. Some red flowers and some other stuff in here, which is actually not bad. I like this foliages. Red flowers, pink flowers, and then an overwhelming amount of this stuff. I don't know what this is. You can actually find out by just doing this. Control R here. Let's just open this up a bit. Is Chenopodium light. That's what that is. And if I have a look at this, the pinkish should be the apera pink, and the red should be the papavers, or the, where is that? Decabush medium. Papaver roias. Weird names, guys. Alright, so this thing is Chenopodium. Okay, so I'm happy with the FR1. That looks the best to me. So let us just, before I save this map and set that new density files in cement, I want to just verify what the original looked like foliage wise. I'll settle for that that one, because I can easily convert that cherepunium whatever file to grass with the mesh paint tool. Very easily do that, you know, the replace tool, sorry. I love the new 904's replace function, although there is a bit of a glitch with it, you know. Oh my word, I've opened it in 904. You guys are probably laughing. It should be opened in 822. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look. I'm going to go to the spot where I am now on the farm, so that I can just compare it to, you know. So I'm going to have a memory of what I saw compared to what we're going to see now. So I just want to wait for it to open. So the farm is there, and the spot we had a look at was here. You see this stuff here. What is this stuff here? It is like a bushy stuff. You see, so I can, this is the actual spot we had. So we're missing some of the white flowers. So the white flowers has been turned into something else. And then this grassy, ferny type of thing is mainly the whole map. Alright, so I'm happy with the French one, guys, to be honest. I'm totally in love with the French foliage. I just want to get the right one here. So let us just save it as is, because I can then just change if I need to change. I just want to have a quick think and a browse of what is available to convert that that one layer. There's actual easy way to do it. I actually made a video on that using GIMP to replace all this at once, you know, in the actual density file. But let's just go to the farm, which is out there. This is the spot we had a look at. So by the looks of it, the red papaver or whatever has been changed to the white Chernobiums. And this stuff here actually looks like the same thing. It's just a FS22 version of it. But let me see what this is. I've now forgotten the name. It's a Cherubodium light or whatever. Apera pink, remix brown. And that's the only thing, is we don't have the white. The remix brown is nice. It's that little pinkish, funny looking colorish thing. It's not the only problem, is we don't have, unless I add another deco foliage layer, which I don't really want to do. Don't want to burden the map, you know. But I think I'm pretty happy with this layout. Then, I mean, it is a ferny top of grass with much the same as which is there, just a different color of green. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. I think I'll leave it just as is. And it's a pity of the white flowers. I would have loved to have the white flower instead of the red, but it is what it is, so I have to live with that. That's good. Alright, so the map has no errors, so we can save it. And we now can happy with the foliage. Right, so save and close. And now in the map we need to go back into our data folder, and then you'll now see when we saved the map, it created for us the new channel, our density map fruit density files. So the original PNGs we can now delete, as well as the original fruit file, because we don't need those anymore. So there we go. Density map ground we can delete, that one we can delete, and height we can delete, and height we can delete. So those three are all done. Wonderful. I think that worked out pretty good. Now the next thing, back into the i3D. The job is not done yet, so we want to go back now to our density file. So in fact, I just want to go right to the top again, search for density, and rename them back to GDMs. Very important, guys. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you're going to definitely have problems ahead. And height, GDM. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is our fields. So let's bring our fields in, the actual fields itself. Before we can do that, density map ground should have brought our fields in, because density map ground is the actual fields. Why does it not show? Did I miss it? How could I have missed that? 904. Let's just open it again. Just want to verify. Ooh, I didn't save it again. You see, I totally forgot to save it. So now it was not a train smash. It will overwrite because the PNGs are gone, but the GDMs are there, so it will definitely see it. It won't be a problem. There is the fields. I didn't think of that, but the fields are in. I was going to say the field should be there. It's crazy that it's not, but it is there. So let's leave it as is. Save no. And then we'll save this. Alright, so back to GDMs. Good. Alright. I just want to have a quick thing on multi-lay. Find next. Foliage multi-layer. Detail layer, info layer. Here by our foliages. So this is our scene. Its scene starts here. Terrain transform, that's our ground textures. Then we have our farmlands, which we will get to later on. We're still a wee bit away from that. Our terrain detail, ground types, and then our terrain height. This is all our fruits. Terrain transform, and then what I want to see next, that was our fields. That's the end of it. All right. You see the fruits. The fruits are now called via XML in FS22. So not the fruits, the foliages. So we had our deco foliages on XML, and most of them, I suppose you can fiddle around with them and fiddle with the I3Ds, but I won't fiddle with that. That's why I just changed it to FR, the French version, which works best and looks best. So let's leave it at that. I might play around with that later on, but it's not going to influence our map. You know, it's looking good already as it is. Okay, so what's up next, guys? Our next thing is the rest of the info layers and stuff. For that, I want to go to our FS19 map, which will be this one here, I think. Work to do, yes. Our FS19 map, and then back into our map folder where we have our density files and stuff. So we've done cultivator, we've done the dem, we've done the weights, the fruit density, we've done the info layer GRE, we've done the seasons mask, we don't need the height file, we've done tip collision. I normally don't bother with that. I'll show you how to create a new one. Wheat density. Now wheat density, there is a wheat density. We can quickly give a try on the wheat density. I normally don't fiddle with the wheat because wheat can easily be sorted out in the game. But let's have a look if we can convert the wheat density, and how does it give any problems, or is it an issue, or what is going on. So let's just have a quick browse. Any key to continue. So there it is. Control X. All right, to move that back. Let's go into our map data. Control V. I could have actually done the wheat density together with the other three, but I normally leave the wheat density because sometimes I found the FS19 ones gives errors and problems. But let us just check in this case. So density map wheat, or density or info layer, I can't remember which is the wheat one. We'll see now. There is a density map for it, I'm sure. Density map wheat, there it is. So copy that once again. Put a 1 for the original. This is a backup in case something goes horribly wrong. And then this one we overwrite. Great. And then the same drill now, once again, in the map, we're going to find our density files. Find, there it is, stones and wheat. Now, stones is a new one. We don't have stones in FS19, so we're going to leave that empty. We will create that once we're in the map, you know, so doesn't matter. Density map wheat is what we want. We go PNG here, just to save it. Remember to save. And then first things first, back here, open map, check for errors. That's our process. Our process of checking, converting, checking for errors, working it through. Good. So first things first is console. As soon as this is up, there you go, console, and check if we have errors on that density file. I don't see any problem, guys, just the normal warnings that is always there. So that means that our density file seems to be all right. It seems to be working. I do not see any problems. I I honestly don't see any problems, so let us leave it as is, and then just save it, save the map. I always just browse around files just to see if there's not stuff that is not in place or weird, or stuff that's changed from your previous visit, you know. So once it's saved, it's good, and then you come back here and you just change back to GDM like that, save it, and then back into the folder, data, and delete the old density now because it's created a new one. Density map weed and weed. So there's the new one. All right. Good. Okay, so the weed. So that's our 4 density files that we definitely need to have a working map. Now the next thing is our farmland. Our farmland is very important because it's part of the map, and the map will never work without it properly. So back into our Farming Simulator 19 map, find our farmland GRE file. There it is. You copy that. We can only copy that. It doesn't matter. You don't have to convert it. Just Control C. Farmland normally doesn't have a problem. So let's just get it in here. It's our density for info layers. There it is. So it is in here. Control V. So what we do now is go in here to farmland. There it is. Copy this once again. Put a 1 there for a backup. Where is it now? Density map there. Farmland should really overwrite. Good. So what we do now, once you copy that in, open the map and check your farmlands. The farmland should now be all right. If it's not, then we're going to have a problem. But it should be all right. So let's just hope for the best. Check for errors. Console. Just a warning, no errors. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So scripts window. Sorry, it is not there. It is here. I think by default it's on farmland. So what we need to do is zoom out a little bit so we can actually see the map. There it is. Wonderful. So there's our map. Now we want to have a look at the farmlands, and in order to do that, we open the info layer, and there it is. There is your different farmlands. Looking good, no errors, all good, and we can actually just run through them. Farmland 1 is Farmland 1 is the unused area here on the mountain by the looks of it, and then Farmland 2 is the farm that you start with. Farmland 3, all looks good, guys. One thing that you can verify is come up close to where a farmland edge is. If you have a jagged edge, it's normally a sign of a problem. So let's just open that up again. So like you see here, it's still fine, but if you have like big blocks that does the edge, then you have a problem. Then it's not going to work. But in this case, the farmland looks good, no problem. I don't see any issue there. Just have a look at this again. I would love to just compare it with the original map. So let's go to a spot. I want to see where I am here. So I'm here where this big circle joins with the main road. And just have a look at the original farmland, what it looks like here. Just to get an idea, you know, what it looks like. So we're not going to save, but we're going to go to the FS19 map, open that up. So it's a lot of to and fro, guys, just to get all this terrain stuff sorted, you know, and farmlands and all that. Our next thing will be the field. So let's first just finish the data folder. Once we've worked through the data folder, we can start going into the map. export and import, you know, type of thing. So first things first is farmlands. Now we were from the main farm. It's the road from the main farm. We were on this road, I think, if I'm correct, on this corner here. And we were looking at farmland there. So I think farmland is still here. No, it's on tip call, you see. So you have to verify that you're on the right info layer. So let's go farmland. Yeah, you see, so it is there's nothing wrong. It is what the original is, so it's not a problem. Great, so while we're here, I just want to export the fields so long, because I know our next thing is going to be the fields, just to save a bit of time. So I think it's under maps, fields, here it is. So it's very simple and easy. We go file, export selection with files, and we go to our mods, our new map, which is this one here. Now I don't have an imports folder yet, so I'm going to make a new folder here in my map called imports. I always do that because that's the stuff that I import into the map. And I'm just going to go here, new folder temp. I make it a temp because everything I put in the temp file is going to be deleted, believe it or not. So this fields is not going to be part of the map. The E03 we just delete it once we've imported it. So it's just temporary that we do it. So once you get to these two questions, you just go no for them and close up for now. We'll get back to that later on. Back into our 4 times map. We know now that our farmlands is good. I just want to finish up the data folder. So let us quickly just run through the data folder. What have we not done? We've done the farmland now, the densities we've done. Info layers, that's fine. Season mask we don't need. Typical we don't need. So that's the whole lot. So that's that is the whole data file done. We'll get to the PDA later on. Don't worry about the PDA now. That's something that we will sort out much later in the thing, because we only need that once we open the map in game. We don't need it now in the editor. Good, so we can move on. Let's go into the map and import those fields. I'll make sure that is working correctly. I want to show you now the way to do it in FS22. There is, I think the fields attributes is still the same as in FS19. I don't recall that there were much changes, but we can verify. So let's go file import. It takes you to the last export, so that is exactly the one we want. So bring that in for us. And I want to compare now, and to do that I need this little user attributes. Just waiting for that to import. There you go. So I want to open this up much bigger, like so. So the fields folder has a field util on create, which is a script running. It's a callback script. So we want to go in here and check my fields folder. So it's the same thing, so it's perfectly all right. Now in all my maps, my start maps, I leave one field for you, so you can have the attributes there. So there is the one field. So let's check our first field here. The attributes are there. So it's the same thing. So no need to do anything on this field folder. It's imported. So all we do is delete the one that's in the map, like so. And we grab this one and just move it into our gameplay folder. So Control X on that. Drop it into the gameplay. Control V, like so. Great, and believe it or not, guys, the fields are done. I want to just quickly zoom out a little bit so we can have a view of the fields. So all we do now, I'm going to save the map first because this is a very sketchy thing, the field script. It crashes your map a lot of times. So just save the map before you use the script. As is. Once it's finished saving like that, then we can go to scripts, map, and then toggle render field areas. And you have to be on the fields main transform to run the script. So just go in there toggle that, and then hopefully our fields will work. Have a look at that. How is that? Awesome, man. Fields are imported. Wonderful. That was simple and easy. Right, and now to get rid of the script, you run the same thing again. Make sure you're on fields there, map, and then render field areas. So it will redo the script or undo the script. There you go. Okay, guys. I think the next thing we need to do, I'm going to leave this map open. We'll open two maps here. So what we'll do is go into our map i3D here on 822, and let's export the trees and see how the trees look for the next spot. I think once we've done the trees, I'm going to end this video for this length's sake. You know, I don't want to make the videos too long. An hour or so is more than enough for one video. Alright, so the trees should be in one tree folder. So let's have a look. There it is, all the trees on the map. Just going to click off it first and then just zoom out a little bit and then click on it again. There you can see now all the trees on the map. Nicely done. Great, so what I want to do is select the trees, go File, Export with Files, and now in this case, because I'm on Imports, I'm going to create a folder in Imports called Trees, new folder, Trees. Now, this is FS19 trees, so unfortunately, I'll have to keep this folder here if I want to keep the trees. But I'll show you a trick now. We can replace all the trees in the map with FS22 ones, which looks much better. They've got better, they're better optimized for the game, so it might be a good idea to just change it. So I'm just going to call this i3D trees, save it, and then here, do you want to get parent directory structure? This question, it's all right to go yes there, but I'm going to say no, so that it doesn't have the whole directory tree of this map, you know. So we're going to just say no on that. Game relative paths, you don't want to keep that because not everyone has FS19 installed, you know. So let's go no there because it's an FS19 map. All right, so I'm going to minimize this one and bring up our, mind you, before I do that, let me just unselect that trees. Alright, and back into our FS22 map here, and then we go File, Import. The trees is the one. Oh, before we import, very important, guys, go into that trees that you've just exported. So we're going to go here, Imports, Trees, and then physically open this i3D first and see if there's errors, because there's bound to be problems. Alright, so let us open it in 904 because it is FS19 trees. They might have problems in FS22. So let's just have a look what they look like. Oh, we're actually way down there. Let's just select one and press F on it. There's some spruces. Let's select a spruce, press F. There's definitely errors, guys, because let me just check the console first. And it's probably going to be the billboard shaders. So we've got shader problems, missing DDS files. Oh, what the mango trees we can replace with other trees. I've added some strange trees on this map, so wondering what to do. We've got mangoes and oranges and stuff that I just planted that around the farm, you know, as like sort of farmers like to have a little bit of fruit trees, you know, that type of thing around their house. What I think we can do, there was an error here for the failed to open tree billboard shader. So we're going to do the shaders first. So let's close this up without saving, because because I think that's the problem here, why I do not see any trees. So right click, edit. Okay, reload it, yes. Shaders. So let's first find the shaders. Broken Pine Tree Billboard Shader. Alright. Now the tree billboard shaders I think are in FS22. If we go to FS22 data shaders, we have them here, the branch and the trunk. It's tree billboard, branch and trunk. That's your three tree shaders. So all we want to do now is all these shaders, reroute them back to FS22. So it's going to be a dollar data and then / shaders and then tree billboard shader. Alright, so now I can copy that, Control C, tree branch shader, so we'll overwrite that like so, Control V. Can't remember if I did grab the little thingamabob. Alright, so and V, like so. There's our tree trunk shader. So now find next. Same thing here for the oranges. Paste it there. Billboard shader. Billboard shader. There's a lot of them. And what's now going to happen, which is interesting, I want to show you that. Control V. Billboard shader. Branch shader. Control V. Tree trunk shader. Control V. And then once again, Control V, Control V, and Control V. Okay, so now we've done all the shaders in that E03. We save it, and now just reopen it and have a look now what's going to happen. When we save it, it's going to see, but there's a lot of the same shaders. And we can already see a big change in the way trees look, although these ones doesn't really look so good. Window console, let's have a look here. What is the problem? Oh, it's the LEDs. There's problems with these trees. I wonder why we have these things. I can't recall that we had problems in the FS19 map with these trees. I wonder. Let us just do another export and keep the game relative paths. I think that is what is going to solve our problem. Let us go no here. Let's just save it. Doesn't matter. I just wanted to show you here what's going to happen now. You see there's a lot of these shaders here at the bottom. Now the E03 will be rearranged, and look at that. A lot of the shaders is now replaced, and a lot of the stuff that is missing is gone. So your whole E03 is now messed up, just to give you an idea. Alright, so I'm going to delete this lot like so, and then go back into our FS19 map, select trees again, file, export with files this time around, and trees again. And now we save parent directory. I'm just going to go yes to both of these, keep game relative paths, and then let's have a look what we sit with. Trees, acacia, mango, oak, oranges. Alright, so let us open this one again in 904 and have a look. Because now what's happened now is I think all those textures and stuff was in FS19, but I was actually mistaken. So they are still looking very horrible. Why is that? That is so strange. That is so strange. Sorry. You see, so what I need to do basically trees acacia medium. I'll need to copy these folders over from the original map if I want all these textures to be working there. But I can obviously validate the shaders, grab these and fix up these once again. Control V, Control V. So what I think I'm going to do, guys, so Control Z, I didn't want to do that. I want to do just the shaders. Strews, there's 3 more of those. So all we do is we're routing all these shaders back to FS22 so that we use the correct shaders for FS22 on these trees. Tree trunk shader, there you go. And then I think last but not the least are these mango trees. So what I'm going to do now is copy all this tree data folders or tree texture folders or LOD folders or whatever you want to call them. Alright, so there you go. So that is all the shaders done. Trees acacia wind shader. Oh, the wind shader is also, that I think is not in here. It's in the FS19 support folder. So FS19 support will be that one there. So what we do is we're going to go to there as we're going to go. Now what we can do is just do this. Control V, open that, and then in here we go FS19 port, and then / FS19 support. Just make sure of that spelling. Data shaders FS19 support with a small letter. Oh my word! You see, that's how spelling mistakes come. That's why I always like to copy paste rather, you know. FS19 support shaders wind shader. Alright, now let's save this i3D and then just open the original map. Now somewhere in here we have trees, maps. What was that? Directories. Let's just have a look. It is from the trees i3D. Yeah. You see, it should have brought this stuff over with it. So trees, acacia, diffuse, that is textures and stuff. You see, it's empty, so it didn't bring this, for instance, that textures with. Why not? Why did it not bring that over? I did say, oh wait. I did say export selection with files, and the first attempt was no, which means that it should bring all the files with, all the texture files. And this one that I've done here was without. I said yes to keep the relative paths and stuff, which is not going to be so good. Alright, I think I'm going to have to think a bit on this process that I'm working here. I want to actually just replace all these trees with FS22 ones that can work in the game. So I think what we need to do is just go back into the FS19 map, fix as much as I can on these trees, I'll re-export them definitely. Go file, export selection with files. Overwrite this tree, i3D, save. Yes, we want to replace it, and then go no to both again, so that it will take all the textures over. And it should have taken textures over now. So I'm going to close this. Yeah, you can reload that. Trees i3D, and unfortunately now I'm going to leave the shaders for now. I'll fix that later on. Yeah, let me more fix the shaders, because I know it's going to cause a problem. So I'm just going to go add the shaders here to them. E03 truck shaders. Spruce, broken pine. There we go. Right, so that trees, birch, normal, diffuse shaders. The oak. And then lastly was that orange, I think, if I'm correct. It's not such a big job, guys. Yeah, the mango, sorry, not the orange. The orange was at the bottom. Okay, so that's all the shaders taken care of. So save it up. All right. And now I'm going to open up that i3D. So textures. That's imports trees. And then now, if we open this now, acacia textures, it's still empty. So I'm not sure why it is not exporting the textures with, because surely they are there in the map. That is really frustrating. So what we'll have to do now is have a look at the acacia tree in the original map, which will be this one here. Placeables, I think I've done this under placeables. No, it's not there. Where did I put the trees? It's under model sound. Foliage, maybe? No, that's that was the what do you call it? What was map for new fruits? Could it be under new fruits? No, fields, foliage, forecast data. Where did I put the trees? Let me open this up. Open with Notepad. I've already got it open. And let us search for acacia tree. Acacia. So there it is. So it's under trees. So right from, did I not see that? You guys are probably laughing at me. Oh my word, is there folders at the bottom? So that's the map i3D. There's supposed to be a folder called trees here. Where does it find their trees? Am I blind? It says here, trees acacia, trees mango, trees oak. So this is the problem, guys. You see in the original map, Sandveld, South Africa, there's a trees folder which is not there. Because remember now, this is the map i3D, so it's working out of the root of this folder. So in this folder, if I press F5, I should have a folder called trees, and that is why none of that stuff is exporting. But yet, when I open the map, all the trees are there. This absolutely crushes my mind. Let me just open this map up and see. I don't know what's happening now. I'm going to have a look at the mango trees, because I know for a fact I've planted mango and oranges there next to the farm. I know exactly where they are. This is many years back, but I know I've planted them there, so it's going to be easy to find. So let's have a quick browse. You see, there they are. No, sorry, not there. They are here on top. There they are. Now, this trees, look at that. Where did they get this stuff from? Where did they get the textures from? So let's have a look what it's saying here. Maps trees. It's maps trees. But there's no maps trees, so where do you get the texture from? It's supposed to throw an error here in the console. It couldn't find that texture because it's not there. But it's here. This absolutely does not make any sense, guys. Trees SA, so it's mango trees. So it is maps, then trees, and we're in maps. It doesn't make sense, guys. Absolutely doesn't make sense. Maps and then trees. Alright, so you can see that I'm not losing my mind. I know it's late, I'm tired, but I want to find out what is going on here before I pack up for the day. So let us just go into my maps backups and go into FS19. Have a look at my original Sandveld maps trees. You see, this is incredibly crazy. How can there not be a trees folder? So what I'm going to do is copy this trees folder into my Sandveld map here. It is absolutely ridiculous. I wonder if something went wrong with the extraction, because I re-downloaded this from my website, which is terrifying to think that this is now on the website, but it's not there, you see. So there's all the stuff that's supposed to be there. Now, if I now take this map and close it without saving, reopen the map E03 with 822 and re-export the trees, then we should have all the textures. It just doesn't make sense, guys. But honestly, it is ridiculously crazy. I've never seen this. I've honestly never seen this. It's just, I can't understand. Why is there no textures? Doesn't make sense. You know, it absolutely does not make sense. Let's just check now if there's any errors, just to be sure. I don't see any problems, so that is good. And now trees, file, export with files, trees into our new map, save, replace, yes please, no to both, so it can grab everything and put it over. And now we can close, and that one, we can keep that, file import. Before we import, let's first check maps. Sorry, we want to go to our new map. This one I can now close. Don't want to get confused with this folders. Here we go. So into our imports, trees. And now if we now go into textures, now we should have textures. That's looking much better. Alright, so what we can do now is just straight import those trees. Let's first just have a look. If we just open the R3D E904, if there's any problems now. You see, window console, outdated shaders, that's all right. All right, so let us just chuck those, and just to get a good idea of what's what, let's just focus on some trees. We definitely have some texture problems on those guys, the acacias. But I know what their problem is. It's not a problem, but here you can see our trees at least are working, except for the acacia trees. So let us just fix the shaders quick. Open with Notepad++. Reload it to yes you can. The trees are 3D, and once again, guys, shaders. Once again, Control V. Oh, what's gonna go wrong here? I don't know why, but anyway, it's $data $data/shaders, like so. Copy that. Control C. and just quickly overwrite these little shader files. The oak one, the oaks, the 3 oaks, it sounds like a bar or something. Oh my word, I almost made a mistake there. Before I pressed the Control V, I realized there's a problem. So now that one there, the broken pine, V, broken pine. Like it, I like it. Good stuff. And then lastly but leastly, the 2 down here, spruce bronze, 3 board. Oh, it's actually 6 of them if I look at that. And then these are just easy. Right, so save that up, reopen. And now we should have no worries about those. We should have warnings about the shape files, which is alright, and there you can immediately see everything looking much better. Windows, console. Man, oh man, oh man, I was thinking I was losing my mind. You see custom shader, wind shader, and tree billboard shader. Orange large tree. Did we miss something? Okay, so I'm not going to save yet. Just want to fix that up. Did I miss? There's the wind shader, yes. Now this one we said is going to go under FS19 support. FS19 support shaders. Alright, so that one is sorted. Just want to quickly find the other shaders. There we go, that one we missed. Don't know how we missed that one. But anyway, there's another tree billboard shader there. There we go. So that's the whole lot. Now we should be happy. And now we can save, and then the shapefile errors will also be gone once we've saved it in 904 version. And that, my friends, is how you sort out an FS19 import. Outdated custom shader, that's fine. Import trees. Wind shader. There's another wind shader. How's that? Oh, that's just a version 4. No, there's an old file to open XML. Data support shaders. Acacia wind shader. Oh my word. Large tree. So there's a wind shader there. So there's 2 wind shaders, which is a problem, and then the large tree. Oh wait, okay. So somewhere, let's just find that one. So data shaders. I must obviously take that stuff out. Tree billboard shader. So that is sorted. Tree bronze diffuse. Data shaders, tree trunk shader, that is all 3 is alright. Diffuse normal, tree trunk shader, that 3 is okay. Here we go, that's a problem. That one does not need acacia in there. It is just wind shader. And there's another one there. I didn't also miss that one there. Like so, and then delete that. Wind shader are under FS19 support, so FS19 support, like so. Good. Now we should be ready. I think by the 10th time we should be more than ready to have no errors. So let's have a look. Hopefully now. That looks much better. Alright, so now that all the shader problems are sorted, we save it, and it will sort out that problems there with the, what do you call it, thingamabobs. I just don't see my acacia trees, so Oh, there they are. There is some acacias. Here they are. The acacias are there. Wonderful. Right, some large, big acacias on there. I don't know what happened to them. Why are they now suddenly so small? What happened to the acacias? Maybe I'll re-export the acacias, but oh no, they are big. They are big. Sorry. Okay, let us go save this like that, and then close it up. And now, guys, we can delete all the shaders that are popping up here, like so. Trees, with whatever shader you see, you can delete. And then there were oaks. Under the oaks, we had shaders. Good. Trees, acacia, we had shaders. Acacia medium, Australia, wind shader. Trees, broken pine, we had shaders. And in mangoes, we had shaders. Oak, we've done. Orange large, we had a shader. Alright, so that's all the shaders now deleted. One very last check, just to make sure that we don't miss something. If you delete stuff, always make sure that you don't have errors in your console, because if the file is missing, you can't import it, all that type of stuff. And you can now see our shapes error is gone because we've saved the file and it recreated the shapes file for us that was in error state. So now we can go into the map. We can go File, Import, that trees, like so. You see, doop, and all our trees are on our map. How is that, guys? How do you like them apples? Suddenly the map looks totally different, doesn't it? Yeah, man. I think here by the house, I recall, yeah, these two trees are actually GPS loaded. They are in the right spots where they actually are in real life. You can't believe it, but that's how it is. Okay, crude. I love it. So what I can do now, guys, is I can now go and replace these trees with FS22 ones if I want to. If I want to change all these oaks out to FS22 ones, but I mean they look pretty nice. I don't have a problem with them, and I know they're going to handle winter because they've got winter on them. If you go into your LODs, I think if you go in here under your tree branch shader, I think if I'm correct, or is it now in here? About 180, but I know these oak trees, if I'm correct, I can't remember. We'll have to check in game if they can handle snow. They should, yeah, here we go. There's the snow heap default. No, that's an alpha. Default alpha. I thought that the snow was normally the snow heap is there, but only on FS22. But yeah, we'll have a look. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, guys, I think that's more than sufficient for one video. One more video. Look at the tractor. I saw a tractor here in the air for a second. I don't know where it's gone to now, but it was there. I'm losing it, guys. Oh my word, I better go sleep. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. We will definitely continue on our next episode. And we will carry on with great speed getting this map into FS22. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that have asked for it and is wanting to play it again. So yeah, we will get to that and do that for you. Great, man. Have an awesome day, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. A big thank you to my supporters on Patreon, PayPal, You guys are really keeping me going. I do appreciate that. If you haven't jumped onto my support page yet, and you do like my content and you do want to support me, I do appreciate you guys. Really, thank you so much. My links are in the description of every video. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great, awesome day. Take care, man. Cheers.